Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for being here and welcome to the Demium Roadshow in Lisbon. I'm very happy to be here and actually organized one of the first edition of the Roadshow Demium here in Lisbon, where you can get to showcase some of our startups to audience of investors, business angels, and other people interested into the startup ecosystem. So first of all, thank you very much for taking the time to be here with us today. I would also like to thank all the partners that made the event possible, and of course, first of all, I would like to thank Sheraton Hotel here in Lisbon to welcome and host the event alongside with Demium. We are very happy to be here with this amazing, incredible view to the beautiful city of Lisbon that we all know and love. I would also like to thank The Next Big Idea, which is our media partner. It's also here to cover all the startups, investors, and help the startup ecosystem grow and showcase also what Demium is doing in order to help the ecosystem to thrive here and also across borders. I'm here talking to you already for maybe 1 minute, and I haven't introduced myself. So my name is André Faria. I'm head of community at Demium. Very recently, actually, around 3 months ago, but I'm already familiar with the ecosystem. I actually worked in a tourism startup in Startup Lisboa. I did an acceleration program in Beta I was also program manager in Fabricat startups, so I actually know quite a lot about the ecosystem, and I know it very well. And I'm very happy to join Demium, as I believe that the vision and the impact, what I usually like to call 360 degrees approach onto the early stage and journey of a startup, from finding a co-founder, actually get a successful idea, check and validate if there is a real problem, validate the solution, build a prototype, build an MVP, get investment, and beyond. So this is the mission of Demium, and that's why I'm very happy to also accept the honor to be here with you today. Before we move on, I would also like to introduce you to our jury. They will be here asking a couple of questions to our startups and entrepreneurs. I would like to start with António Dias Martins from Startup Portugal. Startup Portugal doesn't need a lot of introduction. As you know, they are making everything possible to leverage the startup ecosystem and also take our startups across Portugal, as well as attracting international investment and helping also incubators and accelerators like Demium to make the ecosystem grow. So thank you very much, António, for being here with us today. Then we also have Silvia Tavares de Almeida. Silvia is a startup mentor. She's also a guest professor in the entrepreneurship at Católica Lisbon, and she has a lot of experience in terms of corporate innovation and go-to-market strategy. Silvia, we met already also in the past in Fabricat Startups. Thank you very much for being here with us today. And last but not least, Mario Tarocco. We also know each other for quite some years from now, and Mario, I can introduce you as a serial entrepreneur. So every time I see his LinkedIn profile, there's some new challenge he's taking, and recently he's just co-founded another startup, which is Frame Drop. So I'm very happy also to have you here with us to be the jury for the panel. So thank you very much. And now to actually let you know why are we here, what is the Demium Roadshow all about, I would like to ask to the stage Nina Alostre, our investment principal at Demium Capital. Please give her a round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Andre. So it is my pleasure. Thank you for coming. You are very welcome. This is the first time we do that at Lisbon. I'm going to explain a little bit about who we are now and where we come from. So Demium started in 2013 in Valencia as an incubator, and we kept growing little by little until today. We are present in 5 countries, 8 cities total. And at some point, so we are all entrepreneurs, and we knew that what they need is money more than advice or mentoring, and of course mentoring and advice, but they need money. So at some point, we decided to turn into investors. So by end of 2020, we started with our venture fund. This is the very first one. Some others are coming this year. Think Bigger Fund is a fund from Demium Capital, our managing company. And Think Bigger has the mission to invest on talent, the same we were helping talent to succeed with new ventures when they joined us at the very beginning. We are a pre-idea, pre-team, pre-everything company, and VC. So, and our VC really invest in whatever, we are completely agnostic in whatever industry, whatever vertical, whatever type of business model, B2B, B2C, in deep tech, or even in some marketplaces, if they are quite interesting. And we always invest 100K. So with Think Bigger, we have the mission to invest in Proceed, and then we have up to 400 extra reserved to do follow-ons on the companies that we invested in Proceed. In this September, October, November, we'll be opening the new fund that is going to be the follow-ons for Series A and Series B. And we are very happy. So the program is completely equity-free. We run this program five times a year in every city at the same time. It doesn't matter if it's Warsaw, Lisbon, or Barcelona, where I'm from. And we are very happy. We identified great entrepreneurs. You will see some of the companies right now. There are only 8. We have many more. As a fund, we have invested in 100 companies, and we plan to invest up to 200, a little more, by end of 2023. And we selected 8, but we'll be happy to talk about also other companies if you are interested. So enjoy. They are great teams in different stages, from seed until Proceed, very young ones. And I think you will enjoy them a lot. So if you have any question, please tell me, contact us, whoever in the team, all of them and myself will be able to help you. Thank you. Andre, I think we should be...
Thank you very much for the introduction. So before we move on, I would also like to announce, and actually it's the first time that the entrepreneurs here today will hear about what is the prizes, because actually we're going to be selecting a first place, second place, and third place in terms of the pitches that we're going to have here, even though the biggest prize is to actually have the access to some of the venture capitals, investors, business angels that are here in the audience, but we also wanted to reward you somehow and incentivate you for what can be something that can help you to grow your businesses at the stage that you are. So the first prize that you're going to have for the first place, it's a free student grant for a 12 weeks online course on finance for startups, and this is provided by the startup CFO, and it's evaluated on the 1,450 euros. So the winning startup will have the chance to do the financial course for startups. I know that you already know a lot about term sheets and all of that, but it's another level that can leverage you in terms of being more prepared to face the VCs that sometimes are not so easy. And then the second one, which will be for the first, second, and third place, it's actually from 1 month PM, and PM stands for product manager. So it's 3 slots for exclusive granted access to a super sold out 30 days online course on growth for product managers. And here I have a special message for one of the founders, Andre Albuquerque.
Hey everyone, my name is Andre. I lead product design and research at... Hey everyone, my name is Andre. I lead product design and research at Kitch, a new food tech startup. Previously, I was the head of product and head of growth at Uniplaces, student housing marketplace born out of Lisbon. Grew really fast in the last couple of years, and I'm here for a few things. First of all, to congratulate you, all of you, in your pursuit of your companies, of growth. You're just closing your fundraising or rounds. I think it's a really exciting opportunity and sets the stage for your next challenges, which is growing your team, growing your company, solving more problems, just becoming more valuable over time for people and world and society. So I'm super excited for you. I wish I was there. Unfortunately, I can't. That I'm really proud to offer to the winners here in the audience, which is access to my program. So it's called 1 Month PM. 1 Month PM has the mission of building tomorrow's builders. So we have a lot of programs from the foundations where we teach you how to run product and what product management is, to growth, which is I think the one that makes the most sense for you right now, which is where you teach you about go-to-market, about experimentation. We have an amazing professor with us called Enrique, who leads growth at Rose, which is an amazing company distributed across the world, but based in Porto. And I'm really proud to be able to offer you guys access to the growth for PMs in the June edition. I think it's going to be an amazing opportunity for you to learn how to do growth and to go into this next stage of your companies. I am super excited. I'm also welcoming anyone who wants to learn more about product management, growth, to the 1monthpm.com program. Feel free to visit or send me a message. I'm happy to answer if you have any questions. And I hope to see you there. I'm excited about that and appreciate Demium for running these programs. I think they're critical in the ecosystem to build tomorrow's companies, tomorrow's builders, tomorrow's founders. And I hope to support and keep supporting Demium and all of you throughout this journey. So thank you very much. Feel free to connect and good luck again.
Opportunity. So now let's get to the business. So the pitch will start very soon. You're going to have 3 minutes to pitch. Bernardo here will have the timer. So check in the computer to make sure that you'll finish on time. And then we're going to have 5 minutes for the jury to make a couple of questions. Okay. You have a microphone also on the table. I will ask you to please share it among yourselves to make those questions. At the end of the pitches, we're gonna actually do 4 pitches. Then we're gonna do a little break. It's not a coffee break, that will come later, but it's just a little break. We can call it a pee break if you might. And then we're gonna have the other 4 startups pitching. Then at the end, the jury will deliberate. We will be announcing the winners, and then we're going to have a networking event with some food and drinks for all of you. So that's what is the agenda for today. Good luck for all of you, and also support each other. And I'll ask also the audience to really support the entrepreneurs every time they're going to come on the stage. So let's start. And to start with, I didn't tell you about my background, but actually I studied journalism, and then I studied audiovisual and multimedia, and then I studied marketing. And guess what? I ended up having my first job as an HR consultant. So as you know, I was super confused when I was studying. I didn't know how to fit in the market, and I just wish I'd had a company like the next one I'm going to present it to you. So let's welcome to the stage our first startup. They are NetworkMe. Philippe, go ahead.
Yeah, closer, good. Okay, let's just test this. Perfect. So, hello everyone, my name is Felipe and I am the CEO and co-founder of NetworkMe. Thank you for Demium, thank you for the introduction, Andrea. I don't know if you knew, but actually youth unemployment is one of the huge challenges that we are facing right now. Actually, it's the SDG 8, they're new and new. And there are more than 600 million young professionals that are considered unemployed in the world. And these guys are neither studying or working. There are people actually looking for jobs. By the other hand, there has never been so hard to actually attract talent, right? So we're not competing anymore locally like we were before the pandemics. We are now working with companies that are in US, in Spain, and also on to hire talent here in Portugal, for example. And that's why we solved here. We put a team together and we formulated the thesis, me, my co-founder, and our 12 team members. That is, if we put these young professionals that actually don't know what they want to do for a living, that are quite lost, and we create a journey for them, a guide, actually how to join the job market, and we create that, collecting a lot of data, we can fulfill both problems. That is, people that are actually unemployed and companies that are looking for talent. And that's why we created a career platform that is based for young professionals. So differently from everything that is in the market, actually we focus on young people, 18 to 23. It's completely free to any student, okay? And the secret sauce behind it is actually the data points that we have within the journey. So we actually collect a lot of data through the activities that are done by companies and improve the journey of every student that is in NetworkMe. It works in the 3 phases. So we have also the part of career discovery. That is, if someone don't know what they want to do for a living, like Andre in the beginning, if you're a journalist, but you want to be, I don't know, a designer, we have a journey for you in NetworkMe, and it's something that could be completely custom based on your preferences. We have the development phase, and then once the person is ready to get to the job market, we have a phase that is based on actually helping them to get their first job. Every phase is actually monitored by our partner companies, our clients, and they can actually track the background of their students, the score of talent, and also on. Our goal here in the future is actually to diminish the risk of someone hiring a young professional, a student, for example, and identify actually hidden talent. What I mean with that is that actually every company looks for talent at the same places, Técnico, Novas BE, the best universities, and we believe that there is a lot of talent that is hidden in other universities. And if companies, they have access to data that actually can help them to do that, they will be able to perform better. Well, basically, the guys that hate us the most are the agencies, and we have 2 main competitors, one in Europe, that is Job Teaser, and Handshake in the USA. And this actually made us super attractive for the companies. Currently, we work with 44 companies, mainly multinationals. Our business model is quite simple. So we are software as a service for the companies. We have doing quite good, and actually we have launched a platform in September. We are achieving 10K in MRR and 15,000 active users this month. And now we are in the process of closing a seed round led by Big Sur Ventures, also with the participation of Think Bigger Capital and Banquinte. We have 725K committed, and the goal is actually to launch in Spain in September. Thank you very much, and let's go to questions.
Questions from the jury.
Hello? Hello.
It takes some time, but it will turn on.
Okay. Are you listening to me? Thank you for your presentation. Philippe, right? Okay. Why do you limit the age so shortly in such a short interval?
We don't limitate the age. The communication is for these people, basically. Because when we think about the problem that we're trying to solve, these guys, they are actually the one that suffer the most. If we think about people that are 25, 26, 30-year-old, these guys are easily adapted on LinkedIn, for example. But when we talk about someone that is 18 years old, the communication that LinkedIn, for example, do for this type of guys, or actually the activities that there is within LinkedIn, it doesn't make sense for someone that just joined university. They don't even have something to do there. So this is why actually we don't limitate, but as the platform is built for these persons, like young professionals, this is the audience that we have in the platform.
Hi, Philip. Yeah. No. So hi, thank you for your pitch. So I worked at Landing Jobs and Unono. So Unono tackled this space, the young recent grads.
Yeah.
And yeah, my question to you is about the pricing model. So you have a SaaS, so basically they need to commit at like minimum 6 to 12 months, right? Have you thought about a way of like a success fee? Because that's what they are looking for, and that's what the feedback we got, yeah.
Yes, actually we are now experimenting with Novabase, a pay-per-hire model, a pay-per-success, basically, not only hire. We are doing with another company pay-per-interactions in the platform as well, not only the hiring, because what we believe is that actually companies are working with us not only for hiring purposes. I will give an example. We closed a huge deal with NOS because they know that they want to attract 200 data scientists in the next 2 years, for example. And they are actually targeting students that are in the first year of university. They're not targeting the recruitment right now. They're actually engaging these people and teasing them to hire them in the future through data, basically. So yes, we are testing it actually, but we believe that because of the moment of the companies and because of actually the niche that we have, would be much bigger if we go through the whole audience. If we limitate that only to people that are graduating, I'm talking about probably 40,000 people in Portugal, right? 50,000 people every year. They are the ones that are graduating. If we spend that to someone that is joining university, we're talking now about 200,000 people. So it's much more data that we can collect to optimize the journey as well.
Last question, Sylvia. Really quick one, a quick answer also.
Is this working? Yeah. Okay. So my question concerns the two sides of the platform, because you have companies pay for the service. Companies will always be, well, less in number than the other side. How do you make the economics of acquiring the actual young people and the economics of acquiring the companies? I mean, how do you make it work when only one side is paying?
Very good question. I don't know myself. Basically, even though we are we have a marketplace dynamics, but the business model is not a marketplace. This is basically one side of the question. We have a third part of that is universities. So we have 23 universities that we do partnership with, and this is actually a way that we reduce the cost of acquisition of students. So the cost of attracting a student nowadays is 63 cents, so which is super low if we compare to other sites. And what we do through that is actually create different channels of acquiring the right students for the positions that we have through the companies, right? So this makes a continuous process and is easier to balance, but this is a challenge. This is something that we are quite aware that is a challenge, but it is for every marketplace. Sometimes Uber, for example, they have to increase the fares actually because there are a lot of demand. So it's something that happens, and it happened actually last month, that we actually had a peak of students, a lot of students, they want a lot of interactions. And we said, guys, if we had more companies or more content, they would be even more engaged. And then we need to try to fix that and it go balancing. But this is something, I agree with you, this is a problem, but this is something that we can be addressing during the part.
Thank you very much. Do you have a question? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
A big round of applause to Felipe. Thank you. I'm just gonna ask someone from Sheraton if it's possible. I think it's Rui up there. Is it possible to close these curtains here by the window, because the jury over there cannot see the screen? If it's possible to close the first 2 or 3, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. So we move on to the next speech. Before we do that, I'm going to kindly ask the next pitchers to actually stay in this mark here on the floor, because we are live streaming the event to all the other hubs and everyone that is watching us on YouTube, Demium's channel. So please stay in this mark so we are able to really get your pretty faces everywhere. Okay, so we move on to the next startup, and they actually started with João and Pedro. They didn't know each other. They met at Demium, and after 3 months and a half, they were able to raise the pre-seed investment of 100K with Demium Capital. They are now healthcare specialists, and they are here to present you MyCareforce. A big round of applause to Pedro.
So by 2030, it is forecasted a shortage of 18 million healthcare professionals. Of course, this causes lots of distress to healthcare institutions. And the problem is just getting worse. So geriatric population keeps increasing, nursing is perceived as an old school profession, and due to stress and burnout, nurses end up leaving the profession early. What's the traditional way of replacement staff? You have to call the replacement and see if he's available. You have to post to WhatsApp groups, manage different chats, send and receive documents to through those groups. And chief nurses, they actually spend up to 30% of their time managing replacements. We have a better solution for this. We are a nurse as a service model, 100% digital. We leverage local community, we are on demand and flexible, and we are a one-stop shop. This means that we have per diems, part-times, and full-times. Finally, we are an end-to-end platform, and that means that from vetting to payment, we take care of everything. But how does it work? So institutions, they publish the opportunity, they select the best nurse among all the applicants, and at the end, they rate the professional and they pay. We have a usage-based business model. That means that more matches, more shifts, and more revenue. We charge a service fee on top of the price paid to the nurse. If in May 21 we had a GMV of 1K, in April we reach a GMV of 90K. Also, our match rate has an upward trend, reaching 84.5 in April. Users are showing signs of adoption, and on the acquisition side, we have more than 7,400 nurses signed up and more than 6 institutions. On the retention side, nurses are doing 4.7 shifts per month, and they are growing 18% month on month. The global healthcare staffing market is a great opportunity. It's expected to grow up to almost 50 billion by 2027. And we have a global ambition. We are expanding to Spain in this quarter. At the end of 2022, we want to do a pilot in Brazil. And in 2024, and raising a Series A, we are expanding to other Latin countries. Regarding the team, the co-founding team, it's me and João, but we already have other 8 MyCareforcers. Regarding the funding, we are preparing the seed round, but raising a safe, a 300K safe at the moment, to hire for the tech team, sales team, and keep product development in motion. Our vision is to guarantee that everyone, everywhere, has access to the healthcare provider they need. Thank you.
Hello, Pedro. Thank you for your presentation. The competition, how do you position yourself and what do you make different and better than them?
Yeah, okay, so of course we have some competitors, mainly in UK and US. They are all focusing on those markets. We are focusing on other ones. We are positioning as the leading company in Iberia, and then we have a competitive advantage tackling Latin America. Also, we are betting on gamification and building great community so that we have a competitive advantage against the other platforms. Thank you for your pitch.
My question is about the nurses. Are they already working? So is this like a way of they getting a little bit more money at the end of the month? And if not, if there's any risk of them being directly employed by those companies, you know?
Okay, so yeah, we have both situations actually. So at the beginning, we had nurses that were mainly doing extra shifts. Now, of course, we have some nurses that are dedicating 100% of that to MyCareforce, and that's what we want basically.
With the terrible machine. My question regards your international expansion. So how does your current profitability allow for such an ambitious expansion that usually are expensive?
Yeah, so we are focusing on adoption right now. So our strategy is to grow as fast as we can and get as much clients as we can. And so, yeah, that's why we are turning to Spain. We already have one client. Actually, the first client that started with us here in Portugal is the first one that we are doing the pilot in Spain. So we have open doors there, and the acquisition cost will be lower, of course. Thank you.
Okay, so we move on to the next startup. We will continue within the healthcare sector. Actually, the next startup, the CEO, she was awarded as Founder of the Year by Portuguese Women in Tech. I'm talking about Joana Pinto. Unfortunately, she's not here today because they are participating into an acceleration program in Austria. But the nonetheless amazing co-founder, Gonçalo, is here to let you know all about the new world of physiotherapy. So, Gonçalo, the stage is yours. A big round of applause.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Gonçalo. I'm the CTO and co-founder at Clynx. So I think all of us can say that we have a busy life, right? But like us, there are millions of patients that have a busy lifestyle, but also have to manage weekly sessions to physiotherapy. And this is becoming very inconvenient to them because, well, it's taking a lot of time, and clinics are feeling this, are having this negative impact in them in terms of patient satisfaction, absence rate. So they're looking for a solution, and we at Clynx have the solution. With Motify Plus, we enable a digital and gamified physiotherapy approach that is able to be used both in clinic and also at home. And this meets the needs of many people. So 1 in each 3 people is estimated to live in a condition that would benefit from rehabilitation, according to the World Health Organization. So with our solution, the patients can exercise while interacting with the gamified environment, with gamified elements that all add up to a very motivating and engaging experience. With the motion sensor camera, we can track the patient's movements from a distance, and at our online portal, the physiotherapist can customize the treatment plan, can assess sessions reports, and so on. Of course, we do have competition in the market already. However, we are unique for 2 main reasons. The first, we only use 1 camera instead of having multiple body sensors, which makes the experience less time-consuming and more user-friendly. And our gamified approach is unique in terms of providing a better treatment experience. We're following a B2B approach to the market, where our clients are clinics and hospitals, and they can subscribe Motify Plus kit that they can use both at the clinic and also for tele-rehabilitation. And in fact, Motify Plus has been used in over 2,500 physiotherapy sessions so far. So we've already closed a set of initial clients here in Portugal, both in the private and public healthcare sector. And we also established a set of partnerships to really boost our growth. In fact, patients that use Motify Plus have reported an increase of 80% in their motivation, and 95% of them would advise Motify Plus to a friend of theirs in case they needed it. And to continue with the good news, so this year we submitted our first clinical scientific paper showing great results regarding recovery and also pain reduction. We're already taking some steps in beyond borders. So last month we have our first pilot action in Italy and in Germany. And as we speak, like Andrea was saying, Joanna is in Vienna exploring the market dynamics of the DACH region. We have been recognized and supported by many entities in Portugal and in Europe. And we have raised our pre-seed round in October with Demium Capital. So this is the thing that's making things happen, me and Joanna. I'm obviously more focused on the technological and innovation part of Clynx, and Joanna is more focused on the strategy and business growth. And finally, we will achieve some key metrics by next quarter, and intend to raise investment in October to really boost our growth and enter further European markets. So thank you for your attention. I'm looking forward to talking to you and take a step forward in physiotherapy with us. Thank you.
Gonçalo, wait, no, yeah. You can hear me, right? No? Yeah? No, yeah. I can go, yeah. So first of all, I met you I think 1 year ago. So congrats on all the steps that you have achieved so far. My question is about the efficiency that you might bring to the clinics themselves. So by bringing these hardwares to the clinics, can they reduce their costs? For instance, let's say one therapist can be co-session, so with 2 sessions at the same time, can you reduce their costs?
Yeah, that's we don't have a study in what is the efficiency in terms of costs, but yes, that's the objective. So we have a pilot that we did with Centro Hospitalar do Oeste, where they did almost all sessions were tele-rehabilitation. So they, of course, that was in the pandemic context, so they couldn't go in the clinic. But what usually happens is a patient can do a session in the clinic, and they can be in a room doing their thing, and the physiotherapist can be helping someone else. And this is obviously more important in probably public clinics. Hi.
My question obstacles of adoption. This totally changes the paradigm of physical therapy that has a physical part, an emotional part, the feeling of being unsafe when you're alone, and pain management. I mean, as someone who had a very simple fracture in my arm, but then spent months in very painful physiotherapy, I can identify with that. How do you see this as a risk of adoption and a growth risk for your business?
Yeah, so this solution is not meant to be used right from the start, because, for example, patients that go to rehabilitation after surgery, they are very sensitive, and they need hands-on physiotherapy, right? And this is not where we want to go in. We want to go in where the patient has some sort of autonomy, that they can perform the exercises with just a little bit of help. And it all starts from the clinic. So the physiotherapist teaches the patient how to use the software. So they have a first experience in the clinic with the physiotherapist. And once they are comfortable, they can bring the solution at home. Regarding pain level management, we also have feedback directly from the users that we pass on to the physiotherapist. So we know if the patient is hurting or not, and the physiotherapist can adapt the plan according. So thank you.
Last question.
Thank you for your presentation. Congratulations. Did you develop this with medical assistants? Do you have researchers, medical certification? How can you certify that this, in terms of health and clinic and medical features, delivers what you promise?
So we do not have any background in either physiotherapy or healthcare. However, when we started, since the first day we started, we've been in contact with healthcare professions, namely physiotherapists. So all the exercises that we do were recommended by physiotherapists. So all the clients that we have, we try to maintain a good relationship with them, and we ask them feedback on, okay, what more exercise can we add to the application? How are they performed? What should be the indications that we give to the patient? So all of the exercise, the core of the application, is recommended by physiotherapists. Regarding certification as a medical device, we are already working on that. So we expect to be medical certification obtained by the end of this year.
That is critical.
Yeah, yeah, especially to enter other markets. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so we move on to the next startup before we do a little break. So as you probably know and noticed, sustainability is a word that is not getting out from our vocabulary anytime soon. We really do need to start doing things different of the way we were doing it in the past, and that we are still doing it. And that's the promise of the next startup, Noytrall. So let's welcome on the stage directly from Coimbra, Miguel.
Hello, thank you. So do you know what are the biggest variable costs in hotels? Utilities, up to 9% of global revenue, and that's directly related to guests. Right now, on average, this is the amount of utilities a guest consumes each night in a Portuguese hotel. That sums up to 12 euros per night. So there's a lot of pressure, social, economical, governmental, for hotels to reduce these values. In fact, there are some goals for the European Union for hotels to achieve. Now, these utilities values would sum up to 5 euros. That's 7 euros in difference. Just imagine how much hotels could save by achieving these values. And they are trying. They are investing in water and energy efficiency measures. But that's not enough. There's a limit. And the limit starts with guest behavior. So right now, hotels have no idea how much each guest is spending in a stay. And because of that, they don't know what they are paying for. So an unknown consumption is an unknown cost. So that's why our solution is a platform that helps hotels and guests integrate into sustainable tourism by integrating a IoT system with a gamification system. We are allowing hotels to accurately measure the room and their guests' consumption, to easily access their utility data, and to improve the revenue from the rooms and save with guests, all while helping each other become more sustainable. So we are a hardware-based SaaS, and we are charging the deploy of the hardware bundle with a fixed price, and then a subscription access for our platform. So in terms of our hardware, we are shipping to hotels a bundle for each room with off-the-shelf sensors acquired directly to partners, and our in-house device communicates real-time data. And in our platform, we have access to all this data and to the gamification system for interaction with their guests. So we are talking about hotels. There are over 16 million hotels rooms in the world, 8.5 million in Europe. And already almost 600,000 of them are sustainable. And we are targeting to be in 24,000 hotel rooms by the end of next year. So there are some competition in this space, mainly focused in a single utility or an appliance of that utility, such as air conditioning. But no one is involving the guests in the sustainability impact of hotels. So we are first-time founders, but already capable of attracting highly specialized talent in the hotel field. We've been developing our products, developing demos with hotel units, launched a pre-seed round with Demium, and are now preparing to launch our product in the next semester officially and raise 1 million in seed by the end of this year, starting next year. But for that, we are looking for a round of 100K for a bridge, mainly to support our team and boost our sales. So we already have 36 rooms in demo, 18 deployed, 18 to be deployed, and 58 pre-sale rooms for 58,000 in revenue. We are looking to be in 1,000 rooms by the end of the year for a potential revenue of 340,000 euros. So join us as we tech empower hotels to move towards sustainability.
Thank you. Thank you for your pitch. So my question is about the advantages, why both of these stakeholders would use it. So from the hotel side, I imagine it's the cost saving and the social responsibility part, right? But for the guests, you mentioned something like gamification. So if they, perhaps they have a threshold, if they are below that threshold, they gain something, points that they can then use on something. So what is the catch there?
So what we are building for hotels is essentially the platform for data analysis, better understanding of how their hotel is working in terms of how much the guests are consuming in the room. And for the guest side, the gamification. So we are telling them how much they are consuming in each stay. We are evaluating their sustainability level. And according to the recommended consumption, we are giving them points for being more sustainable. And then we are building a community of partners that will be supporting rewards. So guests can exchange those rewards, those points for rewards. What we're also building is a system that hotels can, if they want voluntarily, build new sustainable tariffs. So you could have limits on consumption, or they can give back some money to the clients if they don't spend at all.
I'll be a little bit the devil's advocate and ask you, have you talked to customers, hotel customers? Do they want the hassle? Do they want to be controlled? Do they want to be involved?
So we've been talking to customers, and they recognize that there is the need to do something in terms of sustainability, but obviously this is not for everyone. So obviously some people just want to go and mindlessly spend, it's in their right, of course, to be comfortable as they want. But a lot of the people that we've talked about they want to see this change. They want to pay less in terms of sustainability for hotels, but essentially they don't want to pay for the other people's consumption. They want to pay for what they consume. So right now, because the prices are based on average consumptions, when we are staying in a hotel, we are paying for each other, for other people's shower, lights. And that's something that people really want to change.
Thank you, Miguel. In the competition table, one of the items that you don't go is the waste treatment. Why?
That's something on our pipeline, actually. Of those companies there, one is doing it, which is Comta, but Comta is more focused on B2G and industry. So that for us is a plus. Most of the companies already in the space are not looking at hotels. They are looking at industry partners because it's a much bigger industry, and that for us gives us a very nice space to be in hotels. Waste is something that we are having in the pipeline, such as biomass, and we already have some demos where we are enabling hotels to sell firewood to their customers. So usually hotels can spend 400 tons of firewood for their guests for free. And what this hotel will be demoing is they will give the first 1.5 kilo, and the guests can purchase. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so we move on to just a 5 minutes break to stretch your legs, take a look at the amazing view. You have the toilet right over there, and then after 5 minutes we'll come back. Okay, so see you in 5 minutes. Thank you. Move on. As you probably noticed, most of the startups are actually solving the problems of adults. And rarely do we see successful startups that are trying to solve the problems when our early ages, when we are actually kids, and especially in our older ages. And let me tell you this, we will all get there maybe sooner than we think. So to better prepare the senior care, let's welcome to the stage Sarah from Actif. A big round of applause.
So, hello, good afternoon. My name is Sarah, and I'm the CEO and founder of Actif. Whether you like it or not, we all start aging even before we are born. But the problem really starts after retirement, when our activity levels drop, and this contributes to the increase of the already natural process of diseases. And this combination with lack of activity and the increase of diseases contributes to the decrease of the autonomy. Usually people they are still autonomous, and then when they start having some complications, they need the help of their family. When this becomes too dangerous, too overwhelming for their families, then they hire specific service like food or bathing. When they become completely independent, then they go to a nursing home. And this is usually a point where they have depression and they don't want to do it. What we do in Actif is to create an independence plan that helps people reducing the decline of autonomy for be healthier, happier, and free. And how does this work? We start by evaluating the conditions of each one of the older adults and also their interests. Second, we create an automatic recommendation plan with physical and cognitive exercises. And in the end, we guide them in our platform with all these activities that are designed for them and for their disabilities. We create a proprietary algorithm that can cut, extract, and combine different videos and then personalize a video and a playlist specifically for each individual. And with this, we can maximize their benefits in health. Our platform is compatible with multi-devices, which gives the flexibility to both nursing homes, daycare centers, and individuals to do group activities or use them by themselves. And with this is the only way for these nursing homes to create enough activities for their guests. Our platform has been used by several institutions until now, and they all recognize that this can save their time in the preparation of the activities, and of course their guests really love our activities. Our business model is based on a subscription for nursing homes and home care service, and where the technicians use the platform and they pay a fixed price per user per month. Our go-to-market strategy is using resellers such as telecommunication companies, insurance, and then use a strong business development team for targeting the bigger groups. We started this journey in 21 with Demium, and now we launched our MVP in February, and we got our first client and our second client half an hour ago when I was downstairs, so it was good news. We are now developing and improving our products to reach an MRR of 10,000 euros by the beginning of next year, and also to raise our seed round that will help us not only to launch the B2C in Portugal, but also expand in Europe. We have been awarded by several European projects and also been developing a very strong partners network, not only on the commercial side, promoter and access to our target group, but also on research and development. In 10 years, we'll be the world reference platform, reaching 1.5 million B2C users and 12,000 institutions. And of course, our goal is to improve the quality of life of everyone. Our team is composed by me and my co-founder, CTO, and now we have a very strong business development team and research and product as well. Our next investments will be on increasing our team and also products and development, such as content, PR, and marketing. And we just closed also our SAFE, and we are looking for an additional 100K to finalize our round. I would like to end with a reflection. There is the young of today are the seniors of tomorrow. And so the problem we are solving is a problem for all of us. Thank you.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Thank you for your presentation. I'd like to know a little bit more, how does this work? It's physical actions, physical exercise. Or, do you take care also of the mental, psychological part of getting old? Because I think it's a big, important part of inactivity, is the mental one and the psychological one. So it wasn't really clear for me exactly what your proposition, your differentiation is.
Yeah, so the differentiation is on the recommendation, so that's the biggest part of the value, and solving that complexity. But in terms of the activities, we have both physical and cognitive. And in both, we have 3 levels of intensity. So we can have, for example, yoga in a chair with a chair support and standing up. And then we can reach the whole and be inclusive to everyone depending on their stage.
The mental part?
The mental part, we have different type of cognitive activities. We usually use the analogy, like Joker or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is like a TV show, but we train different things, since math to memory, object recognition. So all the cognitive domains that are important for these people while getting old.
Thank you so much. As an entrepreneur myself also, congratulations for your new customer 30 minutes ago. I know that's really important. So my question is about the users and the buyer. So there might be 2 different personas here. So the user, it's the older people, but the buyer might be their children and not them directly, I would say.
Yeah.
So how is that sales strategy there? Yeah.
Yeah, so for the B2B, the technique is the platform and the institutions buy the platform. For B2B2C, in this case, is individuals or families that both or use or buy the platform. So we have when they are still autonomous, they can buy it and use it by themselves. But we have, for example, a family member with dementia, then the family member will buy for them.
Last question.
Yes, my question is related to the previous one, which is, you're still starting in your business and you already say that you want to change your business model or add the business model B2C right away, meaning next year. Why? Why do you feel that that is the best option?
We feel is that the content is the same, and so we can use it. And we are actually using the same distribution channels. So both telcos and insurance companies want to also serve the individuals, so that's why we are also giving that option. So we are starting with them with the B2B, but we are already being challenged to also serve the other side, that is the individuals at home.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Sarah. We move on to the next one. Now, the words content and creators have been amongst the most popular words in the past few years, especially with the social media revolution. Now, it's commonly associated more with maybe tourism, fashion, e-commerce sectors. And the next startup will introduce the word of content creators into a specific market that we all know very well. So I'll leave you with the amazing Afonso from Sqill. Oh.
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Afonso. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Sqill, and it's a pleasure to be here. I'm sure you've all noticed that sport videos are all over social media. But as videos shifted from long to short, from YouTube to TikTok, software tools did not change accordingly. To edit an action video, it still requires a lot of expertise and specific video tools and advanced video tools. Today there are more than 40 million users creating sport content on TikTok and Instagram only. And it's to these 40 million users that we're working with Sqill. Sqill is a content creation platform for sports thought for Gen Z. So we developed the video game technology and are allowing anyone to create sport video content in less than 5 minutes from their phone. We're basically allowing anyone to create motion animations, identity assets important for brands, but as well unique features, as for example, our dynamic zoom that transforms an horizontal video into a vertical one. When we say it's for anyone, we really mean anyone. We have a B2X model with 3 different packages for amateur athletes, for sport SMEs, and as well for top clubs. We have the vision to allow anyone to create great sports content, transforming daily stories into unforgettable digital moments. But one thing is our vision, a very different one is our go-to-market strategy. And here we now focus on the business side. We are already working with top players, for example, the Celta de Vigo, the football federation, the Greek Football Federation, and the biggest sports right holder in India. We aim to work with more than 80 sport organizations at the end of the year. Helping our clients, reducing time by 3 times, and increasing social media post engagement by up to 4 times. What we are witnessing with our clients is an empowerment of the social media manager that now owns superpower of brand designing, but as well video edition. From their phone, the social media team can create on-brand content, which is very essential, mainly if you think on game day live coverage. What about competition? We are the only players outside North America, and even compared to those, we are the ones offering a more transversal solution and more technically advanced. We are a product team. Between the 3 founders, we count with more than 30 years of combined experience. We are raising a 200K round to cope with our B2B growth and aiming to raise a seed round at the end of the year. Gen Z behaviors have changed sport and are still changing sports. We are here to accelerate and support this change. This is Sqill. Thank you very much.
Hi, Afonso. Thanks. So I have 2 questions. The first one is about the US market. So you mentioned that you want to expand to Europe and Asia. Then the main competitors are in US. That's why you don't want to go there, because there's already a lot of people or offer. Second one is, why would the athletes pay these €5? What are the arguments for them?
So first question, that is a very well put question, something we've been obviously thinking about. So the US market, besides having already competitors, it's a quite different market. So it would mean a bit more of exploration. So what we've done from the beginning was we were working with Europe and Brazil. The thing was, past few weeks we've closed the deal with a big player in India. And that opened the door for Asia, and that we're looking at it right? But started with Europe. The US was always the market that, due to competitors and differences on the type of market, it's stood by. Regarding the second question, athletes. So we offer athletes a way for them to showcase and to create their online portfolio, and we're giving them specific video tools for content creation. So the same tools we're giving to businesses, we're giving as well to athletes, and they can create content for the social media. What we see is it's growing and growing, the number of creators in sports. We were seeing this phenomenon of Luva de Pedreiro. I'm not sure if you guys have found, but if not, just Google it. And it's a trend that we're seeing, and it's growing to great numbers, and the number of creators is growing a lot. So we think we are well positioned to give them the tool to create this sports content. Thank you.
Any more questions? No?
Yeah, even though it's a trend, it's also kind of a red ocean. And I would like, it's a little bit connected with the previous question. I mean, do you think it's smart to spread your tight resources in targeting 3 segments right away? Shouldn't you just focus on being very good for one of them? And apparently, I mean, Destiny already chose it for you.
Yeah, that is a very good question. To be truly honest, we actually started with athletes, so it was our main goal in the beginning. We've been forced to go to the business side, and we've decided recently, last month, that we're now focusing mainly on business, not working the consumer side. What we realize is working with the business clients is a marketing tool to then reach their supporters and their athletes and work the consumer side. So what you're saying is exactly what makes sense. We're working the business side to then use their networks to reach the consumer side, but focus on the business side now. Yeah, and at least until the end of the year.
Last question.
How do you see the American market, not as an initial goal to you? Is it not easy for the American players, your competitors, to expand globally more easily than you think? Are you correctly evaluating the threat from the American competition?
Great question. So the US market actually has 2 different type of companies. So one company that works on the video edition side, okay, and another company that works on the more brand designing side of the videos. So on the video edition side, there's no one huge player. On the brand designing, there's one big player that's growing a lot, which is Slate. But Slate offers a proposition only for top clubs and top federations and top right holders. Slate has an opportunity to come to Europe, but what we feel is they're targeting the top of the pyramid, where we're going with the video edition as well to sport SMEs.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we will continue in the world of content and creators, but this time we're going to go into another dimension. Of course, I'm not talking about Mars or Jupiter. I'm talking about probably the word of the moment, which is the Web3. So let's dive in a bit into the world of Web3 with the next startup. They are Skillcore. So please give them a round of applause.
Hello everyone, my name is Thiago Nascimento. I'm CEO and co-founder of Skillcore. I know you've heard about Web3, but you really know what is it? It's not about technology, it's all about communities. So let's see how sports are taking advantage of this $100 billion market. NBA released a few weeks ago the Association NFTs, a project made $15 million in revenue. But what made it so successful? Experience. And every NFT unlocks several rewards if the player or team reaches a goal, boosting engagement and creating a new revenue stream in a traditional market. But not everyone has the structure to do that like NBA did. And how they can do that? Here we are, Skillcore, a Web3 community platform that connects humans through NFT-based memberships. Skillcore makes easy for communities to engage with their members in the digital and virtual world. Invite followers, create membership plans, publish missions, and choose all the rewards members can redeem. At the end of the day, you'll be able to manage all data about superfans and NFT holders and their engagement. Our business plan is pretty simple. We charge 10% commission fee on transactions, and the subscription plan depends on the features. Right now, we are with a public beta version, including 100 communities and more than 5,000 active members. But we want more. So we are developing projects with significant brands like iRacing, a virtual car racing league that's developing a project with $5 million potential. Our team is set by different expertise. It makes it lean and efficient. To take the following steps on product and marketing, we are raising 350,000 euros. With the investment, we'll grow our tech team to become multi-platform and API friendly for those who want to plug and play. And of course, marketing partnership as well. If you're looking for a company that's providing the technology for the next web generation, here we are. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your pitch. My question is about the user acquisition. So what's your strategy? And if you have any number on the cost of customer acquisition?
We started trying to reach the B2C market, but when we go to the market, we see that it was easier to get this. We are a platform that gives some kind of more than a memorabilia for the NFTs. We give rewards, unlock benefits, and other experience like NBA did in their project.
Thank you. It's kind of a marketplace with NFTs to show and to provide transactions, and your business model makes you to have 10% of the transactions, is what you said, but you have also a free user membership. Is this business model, how does it compare to your competitors, and where do you differentiate in what relates to the fees and to the origins of your revenues?
Yeah. We work more as a platform, as a service. So we are different like Socios.com or Sorare or even Dapper Labs. That is more like an agency. We are providing the technology for those who want to create a project with utilities. So if you are a creator and don't have money in the first time to pay a subscription, you can get a few features to start your project and upgrade for that to create your NFTs when you feel like I'm ready for that. So we are getting from the creators to the enterprise marketing in the different ways.
So no, just a clarification, so just for me to have the idea. So you are like a Shopify, but for NFTs for B2B. So your customer is B2B. That me as a club, whatever, football club, I can create my NFT store and go from there. And you give all the templates, all the platform, right? And you get 10% of the commission.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Actually, we started with the esports market in Brazil, and now we are getting the first customers here in Portugal and Spain, mostly in the sports and esports market.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, now last but not least, we're going to jump into the last startup. The next startup is approaching one of my favorite sectors and one that really needs a big transformation. I'm talking about the education sector. I have myself worked in an ad tech startup, and I know how hard that industry how hard it is to change that industry. But that's what is the goal of the next startup. So let me welcome to the stage João from Intuitivo. A big round of applause. Thank you.
Okay, so hi everyone, my name is João. I'm co-founder and CEO at Intuitivo, and we're helping schools cut by half the amount of time that their teachers are spending in the assessment process. So, despite the acceleration that the pandemic brought in terms of digital transformation for schools, the assessment process is still super outdated. Teachers don't have access to the right tools, and because of that, they're still spending too much time in routine tasks. And we saw this firsthand in our families, so we decided to make a change. And this is why we built Intuitivo. So Intuitivo is a collaborative platform where teachers can seamlessly create, store, manage, share, publish, and grade exercises and tests all in one place. So we give schools and teachers one platform where they can manage the entire assessment process. They can create a bigger variety of contents, keep them in a centralized database, create assessments with our modular approach, share and collaborate with their colleagues and with the community, publish assessments online or print them, and save time with automatic grading. So basically in Intuitivo, everything is reusable, shareable, and adaptable. So we already had some traction. So we had a beta version of our platform working in one school group, for which we had over 8K in revenues and over 50,000 tests were performed. But most importantly, we validated that on average there was a 40% decrease in the time of creating and grading tests using Intuitivo's beta version. Now we have a better and a new version of our platform, which we launched this school year and for which we just closed our first 2 clients. In terms of business model, so we focus mainly on B2B, so we sell to schools a monthly subscription worth around €5 per teacher, but in the future we also want to explore a B2C2B approach, meaning we'll let individual teachers join the platform through a freemium model, then through referral and collaboration they will bring their colleagues to the platform and we can use them as internal ambassadors to close the school, which is always our final goal. So as I said, we already closed 2 deals and we have many more in trial or starting trial this trimester. So taking this into account, we expect to reach at least 2K in MRR by September, which is the beginning of the school year. We also have some potential big deals upcoming in the midterm, specifically IAV. This is a national institution that makes all the exams here in Portugal, which need to be digital by 2025. They need to hire a platform to do this, and they said that we were the best assessment platform that they had seen. We also have some potential deals with regional and municipal chambers, which can vary from 500 to 16,000 euros in potential MRR for each one of them. So we have a team with many complementary skills, but most importantly, we have the tech skills that are needed to build an amazing product and the business skills that are needed to bring our company forward. We also are being advised by the right people in both tech, growth, and education, and we are accelerated and supported by Demium, Build Up Labs, UPTech, and NovSBE. We just raised our pre-seed round in the beginning of the year, worth around 107K from Incubation Capital, of course, as our lead investor, and also from business angel João Ribeiro, who is also our advisor. Right now, we're looking to raise a 100K safe as a bridge round. So thank you for listening. We are Intuitivo. Help us help schools with their digital transformation.
Thank you, João. Good presentation. There are already in the market some solutions for this type of need. I imagine not so innovative as your own. How do you place your solution towards the students? How do you push them to use them? Also, not only pushing them through the schools, and how do you compare yourselves with the other solutions?
Okay, so firstly, the one thing that we want to eliminate is Microsoft Word, and teachers' hands to grade tests. So that's the first competition, and that's the state of the art right now. Most teachers are still doing that. Then we have different platforms. So we have Quizzes, Socrative, Kahoot. Those guys are more focused on small quizzes, like gamified quizzes for fun class activities. And we have in Portugal, for example, Escola Virtual. They're the guys who have the contents, but teachers just go there to copy and paste them into other places. And they are tied to the manuals, so the school manuals, so they are not scalable and they can't scale. Yeah, they're not flexible. So we want to give teachers and schools the tools to build all the contents that they want, and we don't want to be tied to any manuals. In terms of the students, so it's not our focus. So we want the students can't use this by themselves. The objective is for the schools and the teachers to create contents and publish them for students to do them, basically. So we want to make the experience good for the students, because they will ask teachers to do them again and continue using Intuitivo, but we don't want them to use at home, for example, just in homeworks that their teachers give them, for example.
João. So we met around 1 year ago. Great progress we have here. Congrats for that. So 2 questions. The first one, which was kind of already answered, which is, how do you position yourselves like Google Drive or Dropbox, where they share the documents among themselves? The second one is, what are the biggest barriers in terms of the sales process to the schools, right?
Yeah. Okay, so in terms of the Google Drives and the Dropboxes, etc. So the process right now is done in many different platforms. So teachers, for example, do the assessments in Microsoft Word most of the times, or Google Docs. Then, if they want to share they go to Google Drive. But if they want to keep them themselves, they're using pen and hard drive still. And the only way to share is through those Google Drives, etc. And still, they're sharing in a different content, in a different format than the format that they will publish to their students. So they're using a multitude of different platforms, and we are centralizing basically the assessment process in one platform. That's in terms of differentiation from Google Drive, Microsoft Word, etc. The other question, sorry? The main challenge is the sales cycle, for sure. So basically, schools have a problem. They're always busy. All the teachers are always busy. That's what they tell us, at least. And the sales cycle takes about 3 months, so 1 trimester. So from time we talk to them to making the trial, etc., and closing the deal, specifically with B2B, with public schools, the sales cycle is the main challenge. Yeah.
So a couple of comments and a question, actually. I hear you talk about the competition. You don't mention Moodle is a content management system of the whole school system here in Portugal. And there's this Brazilian firm called TestWe that is invading with a secure online testing that also helps you to grade. It's not the focus. The grade is really the secure testing, but well, one is context. The Moodle is, I mean, the in-brain content management system, and you talk about Word, etc. Yes, but still, Moodle is very present, and TestWe is an entrant. You know, I teach go-to-market strategy, and one of the cases we cover is the Dropbox case. Dropbox circumvented or just basically avoided that cycle thing by going B2C first, which is not intuitive, but might work for you. Have you considered it?
Yeah, that was the other business model that we were going to explore in the future, the B2C2B, so we can use the teachers, start using, then go to the schools. In terms of Moodle, and we can add here Teams, Microsoft Teams, and Google Classroom, for example, which are basically in 100% of the schools in Portugal. They are LMSs, learning management systems, and we are not competition to them. That's why I didn't talk about them. We are complementary. We are in the assessment software, basically. And as for I didn't understand the name, sorry, of the Brazilian company, TestWe. There are many platforms that do this, more secure exams, and they're focused really on exams, national exams, for example, something we can be the solution in the future, but we are not focusing on right now. So we want to take all the assessment possibilities, the little quizzes on class, the exams, etc., and are focusing not on safety right now, which is something that these platforms are focused. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we actually reached out the end of the pitches, so I would like to ask the audience to give a big round of applause to all the amazing entrepreneurs we had pitching here today.
So we'll be taking the jury to deliberate, and I would to introduce you to Enrique, our director at the Venture Fund, a team bigger, so you can put a face, and of course, he's completely available whenever you need to speak about whatever company, etc., as I am. Thank you.
Thank you. So Nina and the jury, please go to deliberate, and Enrique, the stage is yours.
Thanks. Hello, everyone. Thanks, members of the jury, and thanks all the entrepreneurs for those great pitches. This is great to be here. I'm super impressed about the quality of the pitches and about this city. It's always a pleasure to be here. For those of you who don't know exactly how Demium works, we have the operational branches. We have actually 9 across Europe, where we incubate all the startups. And then we have Demium Capital, which is the investor branch of the company. As of now, we have one fund, which is called Think Bigger Fund 1, which is the fund I manage currently. It's a 51 million VC fund. We invest at the pre-seed and seed level. And I came here just to meet you all, to be part of this. This is Demium's magic at work. We invest in pre-team, pre-idea, and some few months later, we see great teams working together and doing amazing things. We have invested in 16 companies as of now in Portugal. We expect this number, and we hope it increases. And some of these companies are already facing seed rounds, which is first great milestone in the life of any startup. So I'm available for any questions. I would love to meet you all later during the catch-up time, and I'm available for questions, for any suggestions, for anything. And I just wanted to congratulate all of you and thank you for being here.
Thank you very much, Enrique. Okay, so actually, I don't know how much time the jury will take to deliberate. So my suggestion is that we might start networking already, the drinks and foods that we have there waiting for you. And meanwhile, just keep in mind that I will interrupt the networking to announce the winners and to give away the prizes we have for the first, second, and third place of the amazing startups. So we can officially start the networking time. Thank you very much all for coming.
So guys, this is the moment. First of all, congrats to all of you and good luck for your journey and for everything that you accomplished already. Congrats. And now we are going to announce the place. So for the third place, it's MyCareforce. Congratulations.
Ready for some pictures?
Congratulations.
Let's see. Congrats.
Okay, congratulations to everybody. It has been a very inspiring end of day. So thank you to all the ones that presented. And I think that all of you could have won. Now it's my place to announce second place and Clynx.
Congratulations to all of you. I was very well impressed with the average quality of all the pitches and all the presentations, so great level. I think it's very important for all of you to participate in this type of events, because when you see the others doing the pitches, you also are learning something and you're being also critical to yourselves. So I think it's very valuable for you. And we at Startup Portugal also organize this type of events, and congratulations to Demium because they are doing a great job with this. With no further delay, I'm here to announce the first, the winner of this contest. And congratulations to Intuitivo.
Now let's have the other winners also coming for the group picture. So Clynx and MyCareforce, Pedro, let's do like a winner's picture.
Andrea, unidas o...
Yeah, with the picture. Thank you very much. Thank you very much again for all that made this happen, for the jury, for the amazing entrepreneurs, for Sheraton Hotel for hosting, for the startup CFO, for the next big idea, for the 1 month PM. And just for the last words, I would like to call also Javier Desantes, our Director of Operations.
Thank you. All right, I know that you guys want to drink and you want to start the networking event, so I will make this extremely short, all right? We decided to come from Demium as a company to Lisbon in 2019, and there was a reason for it. We believed there was amazing talent here in Lisbon, and not only in Lisbon, but in whole Portugal. We came here in February 2019, and a lot of things has happened since, right? We survived the pandemic. Actually, we raised the fund in the middle of a pandemic. We executed a new model of Demium here in Lisbon in the end of the year 2020. And now we are even, as you know, we have a hub in Kiev, so we are also surviving now an invasion to a foreign country, to our hub, to our home in Ukraine. And the community has been involved amazingly during all these months, providing all the help that all our Ukrainian friends need. But we haven't done that alone. We needed help. And we needed key players that have made Demium what it is today here in Portugal. Firstly, our community and the ecosystem. All the players and partnerships, investors that have been with us for the last 3 years, making Demium possible, making this event possible, and making possible that we can even provide every single month more and more services to the entrepreneurs, because that's what we do. Also extremely important is the entrepreneurs themselves. And this is for the entrepreneurs. Without you, we wouldn't be here. Without you, we wouldn't have created Demium, we wouldn't have grown until the stage that we are here in Portugal. Without you, nothing would be possible. You are not only Demium's biggest assets, but you are Europe's biggest assets, you are the world's biggest assets. You guys are creators, and we need creators. So I really want not to use this opportunity also to make a big round of applause to all the entrepreneurs that were here today, but I want to make a big round of applause to entrepreneurship and you guys as creators. Thank you very much. Lastly, in order to say also thanks for the event, I want to make special thanks for the Sheraton Hotel to allow us to be here and have these amazing views. I want to say special thank to the Demium local team here in Lisbon. You guys have been working for months now to organize this event, and you guys are great. And I also want to say my last thank you to the MC of the night, to Andre, Thank you for making this a very pleasure journey that we had this afternoon. And now, yes, please, let's eat, let's enjoy. Thank you very much.